Hello and welcome to the Sunbirdcrochet podcast. My name is Claudia and I'm coming to you from Germany. Today is the 21st of December, only 3 more days until Christmas Eve, which is when I will celebrate with my family together Christmas. I hope that you are enjoying the season, no matter what you believe in and what you're celebrating. And I have for you 3 works in progress and some incoming. My first work in progress is my Victoria throw. You've seen it before, I've talked about it. It's a pattern by Jen Tyler, who is a South African living in Cape Town, and her designs are mostly floral. That's why she's called the Floral Hook on Instagram. Her patterns are available on Ravelry, and she's usually sending out coupons, codes, and reduced prices and bundles on weekends. I've made a lot of her patterns so far. My favorite is the Amanzi throw, but this might change because I am really enjoying this project. I'm working on the Victoria throw at the moment, and this is it. At the moment, you see these the beginning of flowers. If I show you here, this is what I'm working on and in this round. So from this here, I'm working leaves, and then later this will become flower. Usually I would use acrylic yarn or something like that because the benefits are that it can be washed easily, it's light. But in this case, I'm using cotton yarn. It has a different kind of drape. It's not so light, but it's heavier and the drape is more pronounced. And I'm using the cotton yarn because it's biodegradable. And I loved the colors. I bought them. These are a mix of hobby yarn colors in the rainbow 8 quarters range, and also from the Danish companies Green Sisters. In Danish it's I can't pronounce it. It's something like Søstring Green or something. It's a shop, and I've ordered some, for me, more unusual colors. For instance, this one here, that's an unused ball of yarn. And I really loved this lilac color. So I got some of those. And I am mixing it. Jen Tyler, she does give you color suggestions and which color should be worked in and when, but I'm doing my own thing when it comes to colors. So I'm busy with this one, and I'm using a 5mm hook. Am I? No, that's a lie. I'm using a 4mm hook. So this is my first project. My second work in progress is the Mrs. Fezziwig shawl, which is a granny stitch chevron shawl. It's a paid for pattern, and I'm mainly using my leftover minis from previous yarn advent calendars. This is the setup directions, or the pattern is a little bit unclear, and I think for what you get, it's a little bit pricey, but it's once you are over the initial setup rows, then it's a 2-row pattern repeat, and that's very easy and enjoyable, and then you can start enjoying to play with the colors. Yes, not much to say otherwise. I think it's a really cool color when you get these little neon pops there. Fun. So that's the Mrs. Fezziwig shawl. I'm adding to it. It's now, at this stage, it's a no-brainer. So I'm doing it while I'm watching TV. My third work in progress is the Moth Lantern sweater from Murad magazine, the latest issue. I think it's the autumn-winter issue 24-25. Usually the camera is washing out the color because it's a really dark green. I do have a sleeve on one side. And after splitting for the sleeve here, I worked in half double crochet US terms as per pattern, and then I decided I'm bored, and then I started to make a rib here, a ribbing, a crochet ribbing with 10 half double crochets, back loop only, followed by 9 single crochets, the usual single crochet through both loops. And once I've made the round of the ribbing and I joined it on the inside, I added here every second stitch I've added a single crochet, and then into that I worked a half double crochet all around, so that it changes the sleeve in a little bit. I still have to weave in the end, but you get the idea. The sleeve goes right up to here of my hand, so I will be covered and I will be warm. I do love the front post cables. That pattern is really beautiful. It is a little bit bulky, and I am using a 5mm hook with a, well, I would call it an Aran weight yarn. But I don't mind if it's a really cold day. I mean, I wouldn't wear it at work, but at home or when I go out for a walk, I would totally wear it. And when it's Christmas time, I thought about adding some baubles on each end here so that it looks like a Christmas tree. So these are my 3 works in progress. I've got more, but I am not working on the others at the moment. And I've got many plans. More about that in the next episodes. Now, shall we talk about incoming? I've got 2 advent calendars which are yarn related, and you've seen the one with the minis, the Fingering Away to Mini 24 Fingering Away to Minis from Frieda Fuchs Yarns, who is a German-based indie dyer. And she has, as I said, 24 minis, but they are divided into 2 times 12, so you get each color twice. I didn't know that when I bought it, but I don't mind. I mean, when I have, instead of 20 grams, I have 40 grams of each color, and I thought about making a fingering weight cardigan maybe even knitted. And then I already have the colors divided for each sleeve. So if I start on one side and on the other side, I don't have to divide my yarn because it's already there for me divided. We will see how I feel about that later. My second yarn advent is from Kraken Yarns, also a German indie dyer. I don't actually know where she is based in Germany. Is that here on the card? Let's see. No, but her name is Anke Clemens, and I've shown you the content of my first, well, let me say it like this. I've got 5 drawstring bags from her. Instead of 24 minis, I chose 5 100-gram skeins plus a mini skein. So on each Advent Sunday, I can open one of the bags, plus an extra bag on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, but we are celebrating here on Christmas Eve. So the first bundle of yarn was this one here. It comes with a little horror story about the Cthulhu story by Lovecraft, but I believe they made this up themselves, the story which came with a advent calendar. So this is a DK yarn weight, by the way. So this is week number 1. Then we had week number, let me see, week number 2. Week number 1 was called May Reno, which is the main character in the story. Then we've got Dark Ritual. And then we've got in Advent number 3, Possessed. So they are really quite similar in color, which makes it easier for me to turn them into a nice project. Which one I haven't decided yet, but I love the colors, and since it's a DK weight yarn, this will work up really fast. Maybe I could even make a ranunculus with these in a DK weight yarn, but I haven't made up my mind yet. I will do that once I see all the colors. Maybe there are different color variations which I haven't seen yet. You never know. But this is beautiful and it's squishy, and this yarn advent calendar comes also with little extra goodies like chocolates. I had caramel chocolate, I had a marzipan chocolate, really yummy, and that hasn't survived. I mean, come on, I've eaten it. It also comes with other little goodies. I've got some knitter's needles, pony black, and I've got from Knit Pro a stitch counter. But what I really got excited about was this week's main extra, and that's a cage in the shape of a sheep. So that's a sheep, and there you can check the needle gauge of your hooks and needles. Down here are the big ones, and then here in the middle it has a scale in centimeters, and you can see if your gauge is right, how many stitches you have in 10 centimeters. Yeah, so That's really cute. I didn't have one of these yet. So very nice. Last but not least, I've ordered 2 Latvian mittens. Well, 2 pairs of Latvian mittens, because when I was at Munich Knits, there was a booth, a stall, where you could buy kits to knit your own Latvian mittens. But I'm not right there to knit such complicated, or to me it seems complicated, projects. So what I did was I ordered 2 pairs, one for my mother and one for me. She was very impressed by these mittens, so I thought it would be the perfect Christmas present for her, and I'm pleased that it came in time. So this is from Jelena Prohorova from Riga in Latvia. I bought this on Etsy, and yeah, it arrived within 2 or 3 days, so really fast. And together with the posting, it cost me about 4 euros per pair more than the knitting kit would have cost me. So really reasonable, unless you usually buy these kits because it's fun. I would buy crochet kits because I want to have time to crochet these projects. But on this occasion, I wanted to have Latvian mittens for my mother. So for my mother, I've got these here. I tested them on my hand. They fit perfectly. They are beautifully made. So this is the first pair. I think these will be for my mother, although her hands are a little bit wider than mine. So maybe the next pair will fit her better. We will have to see. So this is the next pair. I really like these as well. They have a little, like a braid down here to finish them off. And they are in a warm white or natural white with a dark brown color combination of wool. Let's make this our thumbnail for the video. Or maybe like this. I don't know. I can't decide which one I like best. I really like the color work down here on this one and also that motif. But this one, I don't know. I can't decide. I like the braid down here. They both have this pointy end, which I find actually really cute. Yeah, so that's basically it. Today I have some plans, since it's a Saturday. I have planned to go on a Christmas market, which is a very small one. It's a local one at one of the heritage houses which are run by voluntary workers who run the place, and there are cultural events like music, gigs, and well-known musicians are coming. You saw this before. I had the pleasure to see the concert by Breabach and by other Celtic music groups, and that place that's holding a very small little Christmas market. And also afterwards there will be a so-called Rudelsingen, which is singing in a pack of, well, Rudel is usually associated with wolves and dogs, so it's a singing in a pack of people in this case. So we are all singing together Christmas songs. It's every month they have this thing, but not with Christmas songs, but with or any kind of songs. The woman who runs this singing event is from the Netherlands, so she's Dutch, and she brings with her really good mood and lots of fun, and she's a very cool woman. She's just getting the people to interact and to participate and to sing and to have fun, and it's very popular by now here. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Little Christmas market and singing with all the other people Christmas songs. I am a little bit nervous about being in a room full of people singing. Not so much because of COVID, a little bit, but I'm not a crowd person. I think you've guessed that already by now. Yeah, so anyway, I promised my sister that I will go, and we're all going together with some neighbors. If I manage to take some video footage, then I will show it to you next time, or maybe I will put it here at the end, or I will put it probably in one of my shorter Vlogmas episodes. But for now, I will say have a lovely 4th Advent tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday, and enjoy the wonderful people around you, your family. Yes, they can get on your nerves, but they are your tribe, or they should be. And if not, then enjoy your yarn tribe. Like-minded people. Enjoy that you can, hopefully, you can relax a little bit. The workload has shifted. It's easier now to take time for yourself, unless you haven't bought all the presents yet. I've heard on the radio that this Christmas, half of people are planning to gift something used. Is that a trend? I don't know. I don't know how I would feel to give someone a present which is used. I suppose it depends on what it is. If it's an antique item, and I know that the person is collecting antiques, then that's totally fine. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I'm waffling again. Without further ado, bye-bye. Keep looking after yourself. I'll see you next time. Bye.